Right, so I'm going to carry on now with the butterfly and blue journal, and I'm getting out my collage sheets. Okay, from the early parts of last year I've done all these. I have a video on it, and I thought I'd make sense of maybe one of these to go in the journal. So again, I sort of keep this with me, all right, so I can see the colour tone because there's loads here. All right, so I look through them now and see which ones may go. I mean, yes, that's butterfly, but that could be a possibility. Okay, so I'm going to put that one there. No, that's just a plain white one. I've used that in the background of some of my digitals actually, because my sister stitched all around these little squares for me, and that came in real handy. So I'm going to make that one into a cover. This one I love. This will straight away make into a cover. Look, that's lovely. Oh, I like this bit of paper. Don't know why I like it, but I do. That would actually go with what I'm doing. Funnily enough, look at that. Oh gosh, well, I'm going to keep that out because that might be a possibility of something. No, that's the wrong glue. I gesso over mine because I want to push everything at the background and then work, say, with some of the elements from this kit on these. So I tend to do them and then just put gesso over them. No, that's very spring-like. It was spring when I'd done them actually last year. Love that one. That and that together, look, is fabulous. So that's why I'm keeping that bit of paper with it. No. No. That's a possibility. No. That's definitely a possibility. That was one I've done with all bits of scrapbooking paper, but that doesn't go at all. So we're down to 3, I think. So just trying to make some sense of them. Oh, that's some bits and pieces that, and I've got these for tags as well. So I come up with something while I'm doing this. So we've got that one. That one's looking more like it actually. Yep. Because of the colours in there. I have got a little bit of pink in there, which again I think that is pretty good, and a bit of green. Okay, and that was the others, wasn't it? I'll leave that because I've got something in mind for that at a later date. As you do. And that was the other one. No, I'm going to leave that. Is that one. So that was handy. That was all done. Okay, so I'm going to cut these down into my tag length. For this sort of thing, I tend to do... How thick? Oh, no, that's all right. 6 1/4 by 3 1/4 or 3 by 6. Yeah, tend to do that. So I'll do a couple of 3 1/4 by 6, I think, and then I can get some, say, down here as well. So I'll go and do that. I'll cut them up. Right, I've cut them all up. I had a bit of a problem this morning. My printer, my laser printer, was gone a bit funny with colours, so I spent 2 hours on that trying to sort it out, because it was printing that page like that, and the true colour was like that. So I knew the red or the magenta wasn't working properly, so I had to give it a clean, and I know very little about laser printers cleaning, so I had to literally take it apart to clean all the places where you needed to. But I actually really like that colour, so I think I'm gonna must do a page with that colour. It was really nice. I think I might have one anyway, but yeah, so 2 hours I was doing that, so yeah, I'm late. I'm running late now. Anyway, I've cut the tags. I cut those 4 out, fairly big ones there, which I thought will do. And I cut 2 ATC cards, and then I've done some round ATC in case I need them. But they go into my little box for a good base sometimes, or I sometimes do them up and then, you know, put them with the journal, that sort of thing. Right, so, oh, before we start, I was going to just do this plain one, I think, first, because I quite like that. And I thought I would do the, you know, the technique where you put you glue that down. I haven't got any gesso on though. Never mind, we're not going to do it gesso. Okay, I might put some on after. Right, so I am going to just put some text down. Just, and then leave it to dry a little bit. But I leave the ends so I can rip it off. Yeah. Just leave that loose. I'm going to do that and see if we can do anything with it after. Okay, just leave that alone now while we mess around with the others. Okay, I'll come up with something with that. Okay, get that out of the way. Right, let's have a look. I think that one. Okay. I'm going to sand mine down. Okay. See, I like this coming off here. Okay, so I'm just going in a bit further there just to get some of that paper off. If they're good enough, and scan this one in, because there's nothing on here that's mine. Yeah, it's a bit of book page where you can't really see, and that's mine, so that's all right. You can't really see a little bit of tissue paper now, so these would be all right to scan in if they come out all right. If whatever I use on it now is, you know, is copyright free, I can scan in and share with you all. I quite fancy going around the edges with that tea stain. I like the back of that one, so it's just making sense of a bit of a collage sheet. Yeah, and I thought we'd do something like that, which would be quite nice. Bit of Hessian. So I've got all that Hessian that I had as for you know, Happy Mail. So let's see if I can get into it. There we go. All right. So I thought I'd create a little pocket there. Yeah. What I'm going to do is just glue that down because I'm going to stitch it. And I thought a bit of lace here to create another little pocket. And I want that showing at the bottom there, I think. And put some little tickets in there or something. Yeah. Let's look, do we want that there? Like that, yeah. So do that first. Okay, so I stuck that on there now. Okay, and I'm going to stitch all the way around there, but not with black. Okay, that's the only bit of black stitching I'm going to do. The rest is going to be cream. So I'm just going to put that on the side, and we'll decorate with butterfly. Something like that. Which I'm also going to stitch along there, along the bottom there, but it will be cream so you can't see it, so that's going to go there. And then we'll introduce a bit of blue to go with the journal. Okay, I'm going to stitch around there. Right. What was I going to do? I was going to do something up here, wasn't I? I got that little bit of paper that was being hanging around with a rose on it. What's the bit? And I can't find it now. Oh, got some gems there. Typical, isn't it? I saw it and I put it in. Oh, there it is. Put it in my pile. Right. Let's just do that. And to introduce a bit of blue, maybe a bit of this. I think I'll cut a bit off. Here we go. That can go under there. Perfect. So I over make it look like it's always been there, yeah? I do need some more on here. Yes, we've got visitors next door, so we want a blue butterfly, I think. So I was going to put that there. And that's all over there. I'm going to put that there now, because that blue's on that side. I'm not sure whether we got a smaller blue one. Oh, might be too small, that, but I will ink it up anyway. That's too small. Okay. Good old faithful gauze. I'll make sure it doesn't go on here. Okay, because that'll glue your little pocket down. Just a bit too big. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? And I'll bring that glue out there as well. Okay. Oh, there was a blue butterfly, look, a smaller one. Never mind, use that on another one. I'm not minding that at all. Okay, that's that. So we need something. I've got one of those already done. So that's one of Tracie Fox's, and I thought that looked nice in there, like so. Then, so we put a ticket or something in here. Now something blue. There's one. Like that. Okay, and that's going to look nice, I think, somewhere. Don't know where yet. There's some fibres on the top. That's going to look quite nice somewhere in there. Okay. Try and get 3 done today. Right, okay, that one's got quite a lot going on, so don't need a lot doing to that one. Let's look what we got. I'll tone down that quite pink. But mind you, I'm quite liking that, but then no pink. And just tighten it a bit, or stretch it a bit so the pocket's not too baggy. And I need to come down here. Right, this is where, because I've decided that after instead of before, I need a bit of, oops, bit of that fit in that pocket. Because I really should have done it first, but if I glue that there, okay, not glue it, but if I put that in there, okay, and then right on this side, then I can do some gluing down here, okay, and I can still fit things in the pockets. I haven't glued the pocket together. All right, because I quite fancy doing something here, which I can do it all first. Something like that there, yeah. So I quite like that. And a little bit more of that. I don't know whether you can hear the wind there. It's getting up again. Apparently there's another storm coming in. Okay, just leave that on there until we're ready. Just cut off a minute. Okay, while that was drying, okay, I stitched around all the way around and then put that little bit of this on up there, which is my last bit. I think that come from my sister. I'm not sure. It could have come from Tina. There we go. All right, and and I thought these, because I've got all these, that's a freebie on my website. Yeah, it's a page of them. I think there's like 4 or 5 on a page. Okay, and they're skinny and narrow, but they're brilliant to put in for like different things. It's just a different shape. Right, so I cut one of them down and backed it, and that is going to sit here. I've still got the, I'm not sure if it's dry, so it's, oh, it might be. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's dry now. Okay, right, and that just sits in below there. And time we got some fibres on the top, and the same as that one. All right, so that's another one done. All out of that collage sheet so far. Right, what we got? This one needs a bit of sanding. Oh, I better do that before I forget. Right, because I want to gesso it a little bit. Okay, so hopefully it'll leave some here and there. And if not, I'll go over again. A little bit more. It's a very old technique, this, but it's good. I'm gonna just add a little bit more in there, so you can get a bit more here. Just leave that dry again. Leave that alone. Right. Right, you're really seeing how I work now. I try to make my time of drying other things useful, so okay, that's a bit of rubbish. Now let's have a look what we got. It's quite pink, isn't that? Yeah. Okay. Right, which I find this one just a tad dull. Okay, so I am going to put a bit of gesso on this one. Okay, and sand the other one down while I'm that's drying. Dryish. Okay. This flower is a little bit dull. Okay. Right, got a bit of gesso now, haven't we? Okay, right. Tell you what I'm going to do. Let's get rid of some of these. Just a bit mermaidy or beach theme journal. So it might not work on this one. All that nice spritzing we done. But that's all right. Let's put a bit on here. Ooh, nice bit of texture on this one. Right, let's spritz a little bit of this. This feels not right. It's not quite dry yet, but that's all right. I'm going to come down here a bit. It's very dull here, see? But a bit of lace on that, I think we'll be all right. Just dry that off a bit. Yeah, I'm going to add a bit of that. No, right, we do want a butterfly there, but I want a small one. Just wondering if that might go. Or some white stamping would look nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'll tell you what. Stencil. We can do this. Tim Holtz stencil. Okay, just put a bit of, oops, titanium white, just a bit. That really come out fast. So I have to have 5 minutes after this. This is going in my journal. You need the tiniest amount. I expect that would have done there, look. I love it. And sometimes you have to go over it a couple of times, okay? It's alright if you're using white embossing stuff, because that will work, but this will soak into the card. Right, that's going to be fine, because if I need to, I can draw around some of that, okay, to just highlight it a little bit more. Right, I'm just going to put that in my art journal, and I shall be back. Yeah, good job I stopped when I did, because my iPad was about to die. So that was very handy. So let's put that there. I want that on the end like that. Okay, let's get some glue on this baby. And I'll show you how to brighten up that again in a minute. Just have a bit over there as well. I'll just put a bit on this end here. I'm going to catch that when I stitch around it. So just do that. Butterfly was too near this one. That's what I felt, so because that's quite prominent, that butterfly there. I might stitch around that one. So I'll put that, yeah, there after. Okay, I'm liking that. So I'm going to go and stitch all the way around and also stitch around that bit there. Okay. Looking a bit bohemian though. Here we go. Let's put this butterfly down. Yeah, it's a bit bohemian, isn't it? Definitely. Right, let's get my little pen out. Posca pens. I've got the really fine one. Thank you, Tina. Okay, that took a while because it's a brand new one. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna go off of the page with this. Okay. Like that. I like things to lead somewhere. Okay. All right. There, yep, definitely a bit boho, I'm afraid. But never mind, considering those are very sort of like, yeah, just, that's going to have to be for a boho journal. That's the way it's gone, alright, unless we do something else with it. But I actually really like it, and I just wish there was another bit up here. Do me own. I think with this as well, yeah. Let's have a look. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, nice and boho. Oh dear. Right, let's do another one then. Let's do this one. It's not dull, but we brightened it up. That was my intention, brighten, because it was very dull and I just wasn't looking right. So I'm quite happy with that for brightening up, but it doesn't go with what I'm doing. All right. I like all the lace. Definitely. Can't do another one like that, can we? Oh, what about doing something across with a bit of vellum? That would be nice. Hold on a minute. Let's get a bit of vellum. A bit of tracing paper will do. So that's what I do there, just to get where I want it. Yeah. And then we can put some lace at the back, down here. Right, to put the vellum on, okay, just tacked it because I'm going to sew around it. I thought this would look nice because that's absolutely brilliant with that pink there. And there is a little bit of pink in the journal, not a lot, but a little bit. And I thought, well, I can put that on there. And a nice blue flower there, but never mind. Can have too much blue. You can never have too much blue, actually. I love it. It's my favourite colour. But I don't get into doing too much blue because it takes over my life. Because I love it that much. And everything will be blue if I'm not careful. Yeah, I don't want that. I want that bit of music paper showing, so I won't stick that down yet properly. Right, this needs inking up. A bit of this. It's not the last bit, I've got more, but on here. Let's cut some of that off. Okay, right, I'll just go and stitch around that. Okay, all done. Went ahead and done a little ticket, just to go, not a ticket, just a little journaling card to go in there. Okay, and stitched all around on that one. Okay, and that's my first one, and that's my favourite. I love that one. Yeah, quite like that one too. This one would be okay in a boho journal, but not what I'm doing. So when I take a picture, I'm going to take it like that so you can't see it. But in a boho journal, that no problem. Oh, nature, not nature, is it sort of like a botanical boho? That would be nice, wouldn't it? So yeah, when I take my photo, I'm going to take it like that, so you won't be able to see it. I'm going to turn that a little bit more, like that, and like that. There we go. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little video. That's making use of a collage sheet, and we've made it work. That's the main thing. Yeah, and I mean, that collage sheet I done last year. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching then, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.